NFL conspiracy theories of all time. The NFL is the most beloved sports organization by far in America, but like any other sport and any other part of history, it will have its conspiracy theories. When some teams are great, they think the league will hate them and they should win more. When teams suck, they'll look for any excuse instead of admitting they are terrible. And so that's how theories start. A lot of people can't accept the truth as is. It's how so many conspiracies start. We can't always have nice things, unfortunately. People bring up crazy conspiracies, and we can't help but believe they may really be true. Here are the 10 craziest NFL conspiracies ever. Number 10, Colts sucked for luck. The Indianapolis Colts were a perennial playoff team with Peyton Manning, but by the time the 2011 season rolled around, it was clear the sheriff wasn't going to play all season. The Colts were simply awful, and they got worse and worse and worse. It's easy to think that once they lost their first 10 games, they probably made sure they got the top pick by losing so much. They got the top pick and took Andrew Luck. And so getting the top pick meant they could release Peyton Manning, who destroyed the NFL with the Denver Broncos. But were they planning for a long time to tank? You can never tell for sure when a team sucks and when they're simply tanking. Number 9, officiating favoritism. It's no different than FIFA. Anyone can think all they want about how biased the officials are. Super Bowl 40 really favored the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL quarterbacks can barely get touched without penalties these days. Could NFL refs really be biased towards the quarterbacks to protect their best players? And how have we seen a dynasty in almost every decade in the NFL? Does the league conspire with officials to create history? Maybe it's an easy way out for fans to complain, but then again, this is pure opinion on behalf of many sports fans. Number 8, Strahan's sack record. Did Michael Strahan really earn the record for most sacks in a season with 22.5, set in 2001 with the New York Giants? When the G-Men played the Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre went down, giving himself up for an easy sack to Strahan. Did he really make sure that Strahan got the record? We rarely see quarterbacks give up on such plays so easily. Number 7, Super Bowl 3, fixed. The New York Jets shocked the Baltimore Colts with a 16-7 win in Super Bowl 3. Even though Jets quarterback Joe Namath cemented his legacy with the win, many believed it was all fixed. They cite the horrible play by both quarterbacks and wonder if Namath was paid by gamblers and others to throw the game. Just because it was a huge upset, it seems as though that is why some fans want to believe this was more scripted than some sort of WWE event. Number 6, Seahawking Tony Romo. Dallas quarterback Tony Romo made a huge gaffe. During the 2006 wildcard game between Dallas and Seattle, Romo fumbled the snap on a short Martin field goal attempt with a minute left. El Piladusur, who was on that Cowboys squad, believed the Seahawks gave Dallas a slick ball to give themselves an advantage. Perhaps he wasn't the only one who believed that, but maybe Cowboys fans as well. As much as the Cowboys choked in the Romo era, it can't be hard to hold on to a snap, folks. Maybe the Seahawks did look for a way to mess it up for Romo. Even if they did, he didn't need to fumble it. Number 5, the real Deflategate story. So we'll never learn if Tom Brady was behind the 2014 AFC Championship game, aka Deflategate game scandal. But some people, mainly Patriots fans, believe that the Colts actually set the event up themselves, deflating the balls and trying to make the Patriots look bad. Who knows? But the whole scandal deflated Colts fans, Patriots fans, and NFL fans. Any team that gets involved in a cheating controversy never makes anyone a winner. Probably not, but again, who knows? Number 4, Pete Carroll's mistake had a reason. Everyone thought it was ridiculous for the Seahawks to throw the ball at the 1-yard line, which led to an interception, costing them Super Bowl 49 against New England. They clearly should have ran the ball with Marshawn Lynch, the league's best running back at the time. Some believe head coach Pete Carroll opted to throw in hopes of giving Russell Wilson MVP. That's probably not true, because that'd be absolutely awful if he chose to. Number 3, hating on the Raiders. When the Colts took John Elway first overall in 1983, he refused to play for them and demanded a trade, going to the Denver Broncos, where he became a legend and won 2 Super Bowls. When the Raiders were in LA, they reportedly offered the Colts everything they were looking for to trade Elway, but the trade didn't happen. The late Al Davis believed the sour relationship with NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle led to him blocking any form of a deal. Who knows for sure, but the Raiders would have been a lot different if they got him. Number 2, what Terrell Suggs said. When the Baltimore Ravens beat the San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl 47, arguably the most famous storyline was the blackout during the game. Ravens star Terrell Suggs believes Roger Goodell was behind it, saying the following: "I was like, Roger Goodell, he never stops. He always has something up his sleeve. He just couldn't let us have this one in a landslide, huh?" For what it's worth, the 49ers were being blown out but stormed back, losing by just 5 points. But why complain, Suggs? Your team won the Super Bowl. Be happy. And number 1, Spygate cover-up. Here's what we know from the Spygate controversy. The Patriots were caught illegally filming jet signals during their Week 1 game in 2007. But ESPN published a report titled From Spygate to Deflategate, where over 3 dozen former Pats coaches and employees admitted to going far beyond that. They said for years, during their dynasty, the team would Spygate more and steal other teams' playbooks. Worse yet, Goodell himself reportedly smashed videotape evidence containing the Pats illegally filming more games. But many believed he didn't reveal the truth because he couldn't hurt the image of the NFL in one of its iconic franchises. And that's it for the 10 craziest NFL conspiracy theories of all time. But wait, we're not done with you yet. In the comments below, we want to know, what NFL conspiracies do you believe in?
Sound do sound
There are a few things that even the biggest fans of football don't know about the NFL. Here are the ones that will surprise you the most. Until 2015, the NFL was classified as a nonprofit for 73 years. Yes, a nonprofit. That means the league did not pay taxes on an estimated $10 billion in annual revenue. The coveted and bizarre tax-exempt status was thanks to political lobbying in the early 1940s. And they've managed to keep earnings low by paying out enormous executive salaries to people like Commissioner Roger Goodell, who raked in $44 million in 2014. After years of public pressure and petitioning, the league announced that it would be dropping its 501c status. Although, that means they'll no longer be required to disclose earnings and salaries. As word has gotten out about the NFL's rising CTE problem, the league has ramped up its damage control. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy is a neurodegenerative disease caused by multiple concussions and head injuries. In 2013, ESPN announced a partnership with PBS to produce a documentary spotlighting the issue called League of Denial, the NFL's concussion crisis. But the New York Times reported that ESPN's affiliation with the project abruptly ended, just a week after a lunch with NFL executives. At that meeting, officials voiced their displeasure with the doc. Although both parties denied claims that the league swayed the decision, sports media experts say it wouldn't have been surprising given the demand for broadcasting rights. PBS went on to produce the project anyway. And hacked emails from Sony Pictures concerning the upcoming movie Concussion also reveal the NFL's sensitivity around the issue. In anticipation of backlash from the film, which shines a spotlight on the CTE problem and the league's efforts to cover it up, studio executives discussed how to soften the blow. Dwight Keynes, president of domestic marketing at Sony Pictures, writes in an email August 6, 2014, "We'll develop messaging with the help of NFL consultant to ensure that we are telling a dramatic story and not kicking the hornet's nest." While another email on August 1, 2014, suggests that some unflattering moments for the NFL were removed or changed in the movie. With so many injuries to be minimized and pain to be managed, it's no surprise that players are turning to drugs to stay in the game. In a 2012 investigative piece, the Men's Journal exposed the dark side of an NFL condition some are calling polypharmacy, the mass consumption of many drugs all at once, mostly prescribed and legal. Sources say that meds are doled out to players in bucket-sized bottles, oftentimes by trainers due to limited availability of doctors. The expose suggests that many players are only able to keep playing because of pain medication and have developed serious addictions after they retire. And the NFL doesn't seem to have made it a priority to address the use of drugs, both prescribed and illegal. They only started testing for HGH, human growth hormone, in October 2014. Both Art Rooney and Tim Mara, famous NFL icons, had gambling ties. Tim Mara, who in his early life was a bookie, which at the time was a legal profession, later founded the New York Giants. His family still owns half the team. Art Rooney was the founding owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers and a well-known gambler. In fact, he won $160,000 from a bet on a horse race in 1936, which he used to fund the team. But the Rooneys and the Maras are not the only ones with gambling ties that are associated with the NFL. Charles Bidwell, a gambler who had ties to Al Capone's mob, financed the Chicago Bears in the early 1920s. He later bought the Chicago Cardinals, and the Bidwell family still owns the now Arizona Cardinals. Arthur Mickey McBride, a bookie and head of the Continental Racing Wire, the mob's gambling news service, owned the Cleveland Browns. The U.S. Senate dubbed the news service Public Enemy Number 1. And the DiBartolo family, who owned the San Francisco 49ers, were caught up in a scandal involving gambling in the late 1990s. Edward DiBartolo Jr., who was head of the 49ers at the time, bribed a Louisiana governor with $400,000 to get a riverboat casino license. Although the governor went to jail, DiBartolo was only fined and barred from active control of the team for 1 year.
What does it mean to be a warrior? Do you fight or rest? Show your power like a pit bull terrier? Or sit and meditate, train and elevate your mind? Inject your positivity in the area. You lose the battle when their words trigger your brain. You let them drive you insane, unconscious when you're in pain. Moan about what was done to them. We got to conquer them. Say we detest them but we become them. We got to conquer them. Forgive, for they don't know what they do. It's much better for you when you forgive. Just forgive. Forgive, for they don't know what they do. It's much better for you when you forgive. Just forgive. Sadhus, babas and pseudo shamans speak of enlightenment, sacraments, men in holy garments. Say eradicate ego, but there he goes, preaching without practicing the worst. Spiritual ego, the things we hate in other people, we may become. Best we forgive, not just with words, but with our actions. Stuck in a loop, trapped in a zoo, going round the circles. Break the cycle, flip the script, jump over your hurdles. I try to push the limits of my mind. Raise the energy from the base all the way up my spine. Rewire the circuitry that keeps me blocked and in a bind. Cause everybody knows what you will seek is what you find. The mountain is high, you got to climb to change the view. The ones who make it to the top, only a few. And you never be a master of your mind. If you pointing fingers and blame the one who's blaming you. So forgive, for they don't know what they do. It's much better for you when you forgive. Just forgive. Forgive, for they don't know what they do. It's much better for you when you forgive. Just forgive.
Everybody's not a part of it. I told you that the first time that certain people are part of it. Like people like Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, they find some of these quarterbacks don't find out until they have a really good season, and then when they get in the playoffs, they find out because they're told to throw a game. But we're gonna get to it. Like I said, everybody's not involved. So let's look at this 3rd and 1. I want y'all to just really pay attention because I need y'all to know something. One of the main ways to understand the rigging is first to give these guys the credit of how good they are. You see, like, you got to understand how good these guys are. Like, they are very good at what they do. Professional. Like, you might not understand that, man. Like, you let that slip by. Like, these drop passes, these errant throws. These guys are professional. I understand that it's in the competitive nature. There's all types of pressure and this and that. But this is what they do. Like, Tom Brady, he can put that ball anywhere he wants. Anywhere he wants, man. And just pay attention to this right here on this 3rd down. Remember what I told you. Pay attention to how the 3rd downs play out and then how they play out afterward. Here's an example right here. All right. You hear that? Pass was behind but caught. Pass was behind but caught. Now, Brady, you probably think I'm BSing. Brady threw that pass behind intentionally. He didn't want his guy to catch that because they were supposed to be about to punt from the 49-yard line. That's where let me just take that back again real fast and show y'all. That's where that play started at the 49-yard line. Let's go back. Sorry. I gotta get better at this rewinding on this part, man. This thing don't rewind as good as I need it to. All right, but they were at you see the blue line. the 49-yard line, right? That's where they was at. Like I said, pay attention to how it plays out. So they got the first because he caught it, but he wasn't supposed to catch it because that wasn't a part of the script. And Brady intentionally threw that ball behind him. So what happens on the next play? Okay, how often does Brady take sacks? Not too often, but there it is, one right there. Back to the 49-yard line. All right, you probably think I'm playing. You probably think I'm just, I'm blowing smoke. This is, you reaching, King. You're reaching, brother. You're reaching. But what happens again? To the 49-yard line again. To the 49-yard line again. And now they're going to punt it away from the spot they were supposed to at script. Now, you like I said, you probably think I'm reaching. So let's show you another one. This one happens later in the game. And boy, this one is serious, man. This one gets really serious. So let's check this one out. Now, this is 2nd and 9, right? They're at the 50-yard line. There's 4 minutes, 56 seconds left. There's a 1-possession game right now. So you know how important it would be just to get scoring points and make that a 2-possession game. Now, let's look at this play because we're going to watch a beast. We're going to watch a true beast because, like I said, there's players out there who are giving their all, and that's why I love players like Julio Jones. You know, I love those guys because they're giving their all. And if you think I'm lying, all you got to do is look at the games they lose and he's not getting the ball. It's a reason he's not getting the ball. Not because he's being covered, because he can't be covered. It's because they're not going to throw it to him because they don't want to lose. Now, let me bring that back again real fast because I need to show y'all something that's going to happen. We need to show y'all what's going to happen real fast. All right, so let's pay attention to what's going to happen, right? Look at this play again. Look at the time, right? Boom, he's out right now. The clock stops at 4:38, right? But this is, like I said, this was not supposed, this ain't part of the script. Matt Ryan didn't think he was catching that ball. Matt Ryan thought he was throwing that ball away. I know you probably think I'm tripping. We're going to show you, man. He was trying to do his job, but Julio went up and made a play that they didn't believe. They didn't believe. But you seen that clock stopped at 4:38, right? Now let's pay attention. Just look. Let's look at what's going on, right? Because this was very interesting, man. This was good. Look at this. Let's look at this, man. This is so interesting, man. All right. Now they just called a timeout. Look, timeout on the field. Not the teams, but the refs. Listen to why. Because you see it's at 4 minutes and 11 now. Because they say that the clock never stopped. But we seen it stop already, right? We already seen it stop at 4:38. But when it came back after replay, somebody must have started to back up and put it to 4:11. Why did they put it to 4:11? Because they needed to go to a timeout on the field. Why did they need a timeout on the field? Because they actually had to rewrite the script. Because Julio Jones just put them in scoring position. So now all they have to do is run the ball 3 times and they'll waste off another minute and kick a field goal. And they make it a 2-possession game that is going to be very, very tough for New England to overcome. That's basically the game there. So that's why they had to go back to the drawing board. They went back to the drawing board. They put the clock at 4:11, told you it never stopped. But we already watched it stop at 4:38. So we ain't going to fall for the BS. We ain't going to fall for the BS. So let's see what happens. Like I said, we're going to move it up a little bit. Let's see what happens in those next plays. Pay attention to what happens now. Oops, not that play. So the first play they ran it, and you see they just lost one. And I should show that play because it looked like the Patriots knew the play when they all just ran, converged on the run. But second down, why are we running? You're almost in the red zone. Why aren't you still running? You're in shotgun, taking another 5-step drop, and you're getting sacked again for another 9-yard loss. So you're working your way back. Let's work our way back, man. You think I'm playing. You think it ain't a script. You think that it's not a script. You think it's not rigged. You think I'm reaching. Pay attention, man. Just pay attention to how these things are playing out. This is a horrible call. This is a horrible call. No coach would do that. And not in the Super Bowl. You're going to be conservative. Why are you dropping back when you're headed towards the red zone? Why are you dropping back the pass instead of running the ball, keeping that time going, and getting yourself set up in field goal position, not risking taking yourself out of scoring position? So guess what? We still in scoring position, right? They still in scoring position. You heard, see, I was talking, but if you heard him, he said Matt Ryan still has plenty of leg to make it from this distance. He has plenty of leg to make it from this distance. But guess what? Because there's another guy, and this long guy, and I'm going to show his penalties too, because he always gets a penalty whenever they're needed. You know, these veterans, they know what to do. They know what to do. And what will you know? Look, they get a pass, right? You think they're moving back up? No, they're not. because we had a flag, because we needed the flag, and we're gonna back them up some more. You thought Julio made a great play, didn't you? Nope. Holding. Number 70 offense. Jake Long holding his brother Long. I don't know if that's his brother, but they all brothers. They all in the rig together. Those guys, certain guys who's, you got to pay attention to guys who families been like and played in the game. These guys are part of it too, because they already know the system. They've been coached. Like, you think it's crazy? Like, why would they rig it? First of all, you got to understand, this is why they're getting $20 million a year. Because of they're rigging it. They're rigging these games to look so good. To have a guy come back from 25 down. That's why the TV ratings are so high. That's why they're getting these $1 billion contracts. That's why they're getting these $1 billion contracts, man. But you gotta just open your eyes and pay attention to what's going on. Like I said, Julio made that play, moved him up the field, and look what just happened. It's 3rd and 33, man. All they had to do was run the ball. Even if they lost yards every time, they would have still been at the 20-yard line, 25-yard line. And there's Matt Ryan being inaccurate, the MVP, throwing the ball, overthrowing it, way overthrowing it, because he made sure this time, because he saw what Julio did. Let's make sure I put that ball out of balance this time. And now this is another good one. See, like I said, just because y'all think I'm playing, so pay attention to the script, man. They got to be on the script. This thing is already written out before they even start. Before they even start, it's already written out. So pay attention to this punt, because this was fun too, man. Like, things don't get past me. I understand it's rigging. I know what to look for. Once you understand the rigging and you know what to look for, and you understand football, you understand play calling and these type of things, you know, things become very transparent. So let's look at this one. Yeah, this video is a little bit long, but here we go. I like this, right? Let's look at this, right? Boom. Now, where would you say look at where he's standing. Where would you say he caught that ball? Because you got the 5-yard line, the 6, and the 7. About the 7-yard line, right? 7-yard line. But when I tell you they have a script already, so they don't care if he caught it at the 7-yard line. You think they care that he caught it at the 7-yard line? No, they got a script already. They already, Tom Brady already went 91 yards once in this season. So they had a script already for him to match as the commentator's going to read it off. But look at it. 1st down now, right? But look where the ball's at. At the 9-yard line. He caught the ball on the 7. It's a game of inches, fellas. 2 yards make a difference. But he caught the ball on the 7. He caught the ball on the 7, but it's on the 9-yard line now. Why is it on the 9-yard line? And you're going to find out in this right after this play. So let's just go to this, because we got to listen to the commentary, because it's already written out. They're reading the script. They're not commenting on the game. Like, they're doing that too, but they're reading the script. There's a script that's already written out. And in the script, the Patriots already drove 91 yards for a touchdown once this year, so they have to match. Come on, what's the odds? What's the odds that in order for them to keep that season alive, they got to match driving the longest distance? You hear him? Is 91 yards. You hear him? They go 91 yards here. You hear him? Letting you know, putting it in your head real fast. Look, it's been done before. He's done it already. He's went 91 yards before. He just has to do it one more time. Get you guys on the edge of your seats. Let's go. Here comes Brady. And of course, first they go, as you see this drive, they wait till every 3rd down before they get it, because they got to keep you on the edge of the seat. So 1st and 2nd, they're never getting it. 3rd down, when you thinking, oh, they got to get it, then he gets it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have more coming for you, because that's not it. This is, like I said, it's the tip of the iceberg. We got a lot to cover, man. But once again, peace out. If you like football, I didn't put the disclaimer at the beginning of this video, so I'm sorry if I caught you off guard. But I really didn't want you guys that enjoy watching football and enjoy watching the NFL to watch this. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm excited about the XFL. People think I'm crazy, but at least I know, like, we're gonna know it's fake. This is the guy that made the WWE. He knows how to entertain. We're gonna know it's fake. So I know not to bet on it, because I know it's fake. I know they're gonna be killing this, but this, they got you thinking it's real. They got you thinking your team has a chance to win when your team really doesn't, because they decide already at the beginning of the year who they want to win, and that's Tom Brady. Peace out.
I think we're ready now. Let's do it. Let's go straight in. Kabaka Pyramid DUB FX. Hey, them not got no style like we. I tell you, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Kabaka Pyramid, me ya the lyrics, DEADE, DUB FX. Them not got no style like we. I tell you, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Kabaka Pyramid, me ya the lyrics, DEADE, DUB FX. Hey, me lyrical from my barnya.
Here's what Tim Brown had to say. Take a look.
But Gruden knew what was coming.
Yeah, I mean, it was his offense. Yeah.
But did Rich Gannon change the calls, the audibles?
No, you know, we tried to change, but, you know, I mean, then they changed back to the original offense, and then that's when all the trouble came.
The game plan was changed on the eve of the game?
Friday morning. Yeah.
Friday morning, Bill Callahan comes in and says what to you guys?
We're going to go back to the offense we had all year. Because we had changed the offense to be more run dominant, you know, where we had a big offensive line, they had a small defensive line, so we were just going to smash them out.
Anywhere? College?
No,
pros?
No.
Where the game plan that you'd had all week long, all season long, 2 days before, it's like, we're going to do something different?
No. That's my short answer.
Do you think it had something to do with, like, we're going to try and outsmart Gruden? He thinks we know what we're going to do, but we're going to...
Well, no, because we went back to the offense that Gruden knew. So the audibles that was that. So...
Oh, my gosh, Tim.
Black 15 Lightning, Sap said, they're coming right here.
The conspiracy theory on that one is that, you know, Callahan and Gruden, he didn't like the way Gruden was fired. And Gruden had brought in Callahan.
Yeah, but they throw the Super Bowl.
And this was his way of throwing him.
You don't throw the Super Bowl.
Allegedly.
You don't throw the Super Bowl. What you do is you're not a good coach, and you got by because you had Jerry Rice and Tim Brown and Rich Gannon had a pretty good year. That's how you get to the Super Bowl. But then the one thing that you should probably do is not take the offense that you learned, inherited, and not rename anything that goes on. Tim Brown went on to say, we all called it sabotage because Callahan and Gruden were good friends. Callahan had a big problem with the Raiders, you know, hated the Raiders, you know, only came because Gruden made him come, literally walked off the field on us a couple times during the season when he first got there the first couple of years. I understand why he would be upset, but to say that he would completely sabotage the Super Bowl, maybe he did it indirectly, not directly.
I think you're probably right. He just was not a good coach.
Correct. And that's why he's like special teams coordinator.
But I can understand why Tim Brown didn't respect him as a coach.
Correct.
So when you don't respect someone as a coach and you say, well, what type of game plan is this? Tim Brown eloquently said, look, they got a small, you know, defensive line. We had these big boys. We can run the ball. He knew how to win the game. He said, our coach is incompetent. But instead of saying that, he just said, well, maybe, you know, it was a conspiracy theory.
Do you guys want full TYT episodes? Yeah! So download YouTube TV and get a 7-day free week trial. Did the Oakland Raiders lose the Super Bowl because of their head coach?
This is interesting.
Here's what Tim Brown had to say. Take a look.
But Gruden knew what was coming.
Yeah, I mean, it was his offense. Yeah.
But did Rich Gannon change the calls, the audibles?
No, you know, we tried to change, but, you know, I mean, then they changed back to the original offense, and then that's when all the trouble came.
The game plan was changed on the eve of the game?
Friday morning. Yeah.
Friday morning, Bill Callahan comes in and says what to you guys?
We're going to go back to the offense we had all year. Because we had changed the offense to be more run dominant, you know, where we had a big offensive line, they had a small defensive line, so we were just going to smash them out.
Anywhere? College? Pros?
No.
Where the game plan that you'd had all week long, all season long, 2 days before, it's like, we're going to do something different?
No. That's my short answer.
Do you think it had something to do with, like, we're going to try and outsmart Gruden? He thinks we know what we're going to do, but we're going to...
Well, no, because we went back to the offense that Gruden knew. So the audibles that was that. So...
Oh, my gosh, Tim.
Black 15 Lightning, Sap said, they're coming
to break this down. I'm about to break this ritual down, folks. Okay, so just pay attention, listen very carefully. This is all going back to the Baphomet ritual, okay? The Baphomet, you see, was drawn in black and white. The Baphomet was painted and drawn in black and white because, you see, the Freemasons love that duality. They love duality. That's why their checkerboards and their chessboards, they love to paint them and draw them in black and white, duality. As within, so without, as above, so below, okay? So we know how the Freemasons, they pop off their rituals. We know what kind of code they like to tie their rituals to. Okay, they like to do everything off of duality. So I'm going to ask everybody a question. We know how racist the sports league owners are. We know how racist they are. So knowing that, how racist they are, they have a black man with 6 rings, with 6 championship rings. His name is Michael Jordan, okay? He's known as the GOAT. He's known as the GOAT of the NBA. He has 6 rings. So you mean to tell me these same motherfucking racist ass NFL and NBA owners, they don't want a white man to have 6 fucking rings, okay, to be part of his accolades and to be part of his legacy? They don't want a white man to have 6 fucking Super Bowls. If you don't think that that is in their plans, you are out of your goddamn mind, okay? So these motherfucking Freemason Zionist warlocks, the owners of the NBA and the NFL, they operate off of duality. They have the white goat, and they have the black goat. Let me repeat. They have the white goat and they have the black goat. They got Tom Brady and they got Michael Jordan. White goat, black goat. Baphomet ritual. This is the white goat, the black goat. They will both have 6 rings at the end of this Super Bowl. End of story. End of fucking story. It is a Baphomet ritual. The Baphomet represents the laws of nature and duality. It's basically how Saturn set Ogo, the fallen one, Father Time, views duality. It's how the followers of Father Time view duality. As within, so without, as above, so below. So they have a white greatest of all time, a white goat, and a black greatest of all time, a black goat. Okay? The Baphomet fucking ritual. And it's going to be popped off this year. Okay? Let me keep explaining. When you look at the Patriots logo, here are the fucking goat horns. You see the red tips? These are the goat horns. Why in the fuck did they make this star with a tilt? Why did they give this star on the front of the Patriots logo the tilt? You see, they gave it the tilt because it's the upside down star, the pentagram. Okay? The fucking pentagram. Paying homage to Saturn, Set, Ogo, Father Time, Enlil. Okay? The Baphomet. Okay? The deity that the Freemasons pay their homage to. It's not a game, folks. It's not a game. Okay? They're about to pop this shit off. Okay? Tom Brady and New England are your Super Bowl 53 champions. Okay? And look how they make fun of the shit. Look how they make fun of the shit right in front of our faces. You see, here's the goat with the 2 fucking goat horns. You see? That's what the Patriot logo really is, folks. This star is upside down. These 2 tips are goat horns. Because all of this shit was fucking planned out. Okay? Okay? Now let me break this shit down for you. Every decade, there was a team that won the Super Bowl 3 times. Every decade, going back to the 70s, there was a team that won the fucking Super Bowl 3 times. Okay? Now they call them dynasty teams. I call them psyop teams. I call them psyop teams. Okay? Where something popped off in the United States government during that decade, and they used that particular NFL team, okay, to appease those particular masses in that area of the United States. Okay, so all of those teams that won 3 Super Bowls during their decade, they're all psyop teams. You had the Patriots. I mean, you had the Steelers. You had the Steelers win 3 Super Bowls in the 70s. What was the demographic of Pittsburgh in the 70s? Mostly Caucasian. Okay? Now, I don't want to get so involved in that whole black and white shit, okay? But the truth has to be known. The truth has to be known, people, so listen very carefully. The Pittsburgh Steelers went to 3 Super Bowls, won 3 Super Bowls in the 1970s. The demographics of Pittsburgh in the 70s were predominantly Caucasian. In the 1980s, the team that won 3 Super Bowls was none other, okay, than the San Francisco 49ers. Okay? It was the San Francisco 49ers, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? They won 3 Super Bowls in the 80s. And what was the demographic of San Francisco in the 1980s? Guess what, folks? It was mostly Caucasian. In the 1990s, the Dallas Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls. They won 3 Super Bowls, folks. What was the demographic? What were the demographics of Dallas, Texas in the 1990s? Ladies and gentlemen, okay, the answer to that was it was mostly Caucasian. Okay? Do your research. Now, who was the PSYOP team for the NFL to be the team of the decade from 2000 to 2010? It was the fucking Patriots. After they popped off 9/11, okay, the Zionist elites chose the Patriots to be the PSYOP team of the new millennium. Okay? So they had the Patriots win 3 Super Bowls from 2000 to 2010. You see? You see? You see? And what is the fucking demographic of Boston? It is mostly Caucasian. Okay? Okay? So this is how they're operating. This is how they're choosing their dynasty, aka PSYOP teams. This is how they're choosing their dynasty PSYOP teams. You have to have a Jewish quarterback. You have to have a Zionist Jew at quarterback, okay? i.e. Tom Brady, Troy Aikman, Joe Montana, okay? Terry Bradshaw, okay? You have to have a Zionist Jew at quarterback, and your team has to be located where they have a population of a mostly Caucasian demographic. That is how you signify, the team that's going to become the decade team of the decade, the dynasty team of the decade. You see? These motherfuckers operate off of a code, and ladies and gentlemen, RFG has cracked the motherfucking code. Okay? Send this shit to motherfucking send this fucking video, okay, to Roger Goodell. Send this video to Roger Goodell, and let's see what Roger Goodell has to say about this shit. Okay? Because this shit ain't no fucking coincidence. Okay? Like I said, they got an opportunity to give a Caucasian man 6 rings to tie Michael Jordan. What the fuck is the Super Bowl date? 2/3. What fucking number did Michael Jordan wear when he won his championships? 2-3. It's over with. It's over with. Okay? It's over with. LeBron James went 3-6 in the finals this past NBA season. Right after that, Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 5, and Lil Wayne bought a GOAT pendant and came out with his new clothing line, okay? With the fucking Billy Goat, okay? Declaring that he is the GOAT of hip-hop, but it is all a fucking Baphomet ritual to pop off this fucking GOAT ritual, and it's all tied to the number 14. Let me repeat, this is all tied to the number 14. 1441. The Boston Red Sox got their 14th appearance. The Boston Red Sox got their 14th appearance in a World Series. Deontay Wilder, right after that, Deontay Wilder went 40-0-1, okay, for his boxing record. 40-0-1. Okay, right after that, Mayweather got out of retirement to fight a kickboxer, an Asian kickboxer. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayweather decided to do this when he was 41 years old. At the age of 41, Mayweather came out of retirement right after Deontay Wilder went 40-0-1 in boxing. Okay, and this was right after the Boston Red Sox got their 14th all-time appearance in a World Series. It's not by fucking coincidence. What's our Super Bowl gonna be, fellas? What's our Super Bowl gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be the Rams versus the Patriots. But guess what? This is the 14th all-time matchup between the fucking Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams. The 14th all-time matchup. Number 14, 1-4. Okay? Okay? And the Red Sox went 9-5 all time in World Series. Let me repeat. The Red Sox went 9-5 all time in World Series. So what the fuck's gonna happen in this fucking Super Bowl? Okay? Right here, New England Patriots lead the series between the Rams and Patriots, okay? The New England Patriots lead that series 8-5. 8-5. So when the New England Patriots win the fucking Super Bowl, their record against the Rams is going to be 9-5. Just like the fucking Boston Celtics World Series record, it's over with. Okay? The last 5 times the Patriots played the Rams, the Patriots won. You know why? Because the Patriots are going to get their 6th straight win over the fucking Rams to give Tom Brady his 6th all-time Super Bowl. It's a joke. It's a clown show. It's a clown show. It's a Zionist Jew fucking clown show. Okay? This whole fucking sporting year was a Zionist Jew fucking clown show. Okay? They had LeBron James go 3-6 in the finals. Okay? So right after that, you have Tom Brady go 6-3 in the fucking Super Bowl, okay? And tie the fucking black GOAT, Michael Jordan. The white GOAT is gonna tie the black GOAT in the city of Atlanta, in the Black Mecca. They're gonna crown a white GOAT in the Black Mecca. You motherfuckers better get ready for it, because they operate off of duality, black and white. Black and white. Okay, as within, as without, as above, so below. You have a black man with 6 rings, you're going to have a white man with 6 rings. Okay? You see the GOAT emblem? You see the GOAT horns in the Patriot logo? They purposely tilted the star on the top of the Patriot hat because it is the pentagram. Okay? The fallen one, Saturn, Set, Ogo, Father Time. Okay, the ruler of this matrix, the devil, the AKA devil, the God of your Bible. Okay, LeBron James goes 3-6 in the finals. Right after that, Tom Brady will go 6-3 in the fucking Super Bowl. It's a dualism ritual, a dualism Baphomet ritual, as within, as without, as above, so below. Okay, the Red Sox got their 14th all-time appearance in a World Series. Number 14. Deontay Wilder went 40-0-1. Mayweather came out of retirement at the age of 41. You see, the fucking Rams are going to play the Patriots for the 14th all-time matchup. It's a fucking joke. Okay? You want more nails in the coffin? You want more nails in the coffin? You want more nails in the coffin? I got it. I got it. Bill Belichick. Okay. He's 66 years old. Okay, Bill Belichick is 66 years old. Nick Saban got his 6th championship ring. Nick Saban got his sixth national title ring at the age of 66. Do your research. Nick Saban got his 6th all-time national title ring, okay, in the stadium that was near Atlanta at the age of 66. He got his 6th ring at the age of 66. in Georgia, in fucking Georgia. Okay? So what the fuck do you think Bill Belichick is going to do? Bill Belichick is 66 years old, and he's going to get his 6th ring in a fucking state of Atlanta. It's fucking over with. Okay? Like I said, you want more? The first Super Bowl in Atlanta was the Cowboys versus the red, white, and blue team, the Bills. Oh, and the Bills are the horn team. The Bills are the red, white, and blue horn team. The Bills are the red, white, and blue horn team. So the red, white, and blue horn team, they lost to the Cowboys, the first Super Bowl in Atlanta. But guess what? The Cowboys had a Jewish quarterback. His name was Troy Aikman. His name was Troy Aikman, okay? There was another QB, a white QB on the Bills, but see, he wasn't a Jewish quarterback that was tied to the Zionist Jews' agenda, the NFL owners' agenda, like Troy Aikman was. So what does the bison and the buffalo represent? It represents abundance. It represents manifesting of natural harvest and abundance and good fortune. That's what it means in Native American spirituality and theology. Okay, so that's why they had the fucking buffalo fall, you see, in Atlanta, because it symbolized melanated people in America. Melanated people in America. Okay, we fucking failed. We fucking failed the first Super Bowl in Atlanta in 1994. Okay, the second Super Bowl in Atlanta, the year 2000, Super Bowl 34. Super Bowl 34. Okay, Super Bowl 34 in Atlanta, the year 2000. Okay, right after the 99 season. What do we have? We have the Rams versus the Titans. We have the St. Louis Rams versus the Tennessee Titans. Uh-oh, here we go again. We have a horned team. We have a horned team. We have a horned team and a red, white, and blue team. We have a horned team and a red, white, and blue team. But guess what? The red, white, and blue team fell. Why did the red, white, and blue team fall in the second Super Bowl in Atlanta? Do you know who the quarterback was on the red, white, and blue team in Atlanta? It was a melanated man. He was a melanated man, okay, named Steve McNair, and they had him take the fucking fall. You see? They had him take the fucking fall. You see? Because this ram, okay, is the animal that personifies the god Osiris. You see, the god Osiris was the firstborn of his siblings. The god Osiris was the firstborn of his siblings. So what the fuck is the ram? The ram is Aries, which symbolizes the firstborn. Aries symbolizes birth, the firstborn. You see? Osiris. Okay? So the only reason they had the horn team, Osiris, knock off the red, white, and blue team, the Titans, was because the Titans had a melanated man at quarterback. And they had a Jewish quarterback. They had a fucking Jewish quarterback, okay, on the Rams, and his name was Kurt Warner. Kurt motherfucking Warner. And he wore the number 13, and he knocked off 9. He knocked off number 9, okay? Steve McNair. It's over with. It's over with. And the Rams scored 23 points, okay? The Rams scored 23 points when they last played their Super Bowl in Atlanta, because it was destined for them to return in Atlanta on 2/3, okay, against another red, white, and blue team. Against another red, white, and blue team, okay? Now get this, folks. This is why the red, white, and blue team will not lose in Atlanta on 2/3, 2019. This is why they will not lose. The Patriots will not lose. Okay? So right here, you have the ram that represents Osiris. Who is the quarterback? Who is the fucking quarterback of the Rams? His name is Jared Goff. Okay? His name is Jared Goff. Okay? He is a Jewish man. He's a Jewish man. Tom Brady is a Jewish man. If you don't believe that Tom Brady is a Jewish man, go on his fucking wiki and look under his personal life, and you'll see what fucking religion Tom Brady practices, okay? So you got two Jewish quarterbacks going up against each other. So guess what they're gonna do? the Zionist Jews are going to live up to their code of having to have 3 NFL teams win a Super Bowl in a decade, okay? And they're going to have Tom Brady tie Michael Jordan at 6 rings on 2/3. He's going to go 6-3, reverse opposite of LeBron James 3-6, okay? It's over with. Oh, do you know that the Rams played the Patriots in the Super Bowl? Do you know that the Rams played the Patriots in 2002, right after 9/11?
Let the rhythm take me away. This your sick beat, ring me when me sicking on the way. Now music can make me elevate, yeah. Don't you confuse it, we know when you're softly play, we are free. Rush down the evil and the dirty tongues them. If you don't want to see we sing it on your back then, you never like the sound, there's no problem. But don't you come to the lucky for you around the game, no. There's no need to fight, make we free we mind. It's coming from we heart and soul. Searching deep inside, I know. Hey, reggae music grinds we up, vibe we up. We never ever let it drop. In our roots rock steady, in our rubber dub style. Until the end we ain't gonna play it all the time. Reggae music grinds we up, vibe we up. Hey, me just a bust it non-stop. Give me the one drop music and a steady bass line. Bring back this unique flavor that we like. Yeah. You better stop the record if you know appreciate it. Been a few years till we hear the very same shit. Reggae music, only music, let us face it. It's basic. We must it up and leave the place lit. And now we united, we say, forget the people who might try to underrate you tonight. Reggae music always lead the way. Lead the way. Open up your vision. Alright. You're lacking sense of humor wherever you go. Sitting behind your computer, feeling like a hero. Feeding all them dirty rumors, spreading over your soul. You better play it cooler, or show your friends to narrow. Reggae music rhymes we up, vibe we up. Hey, me never ever let you drop. In our roots rock steady, in our rubber dub style. Until the end we ain't gonna play it all the time. Reggae music rise we up, vibe we up. Me just a bust it and stop now. Dub FX, what you say? Hey, I said pull out the rhythm, yeah, we better pull it quick. Burn up the fire till early morning. Now we're reaching higher, we about to hit the peak. All my warriors now come and join in, right? Don't let them stop you or get in your way. You can spread that fire, sit and meditate. Say what you mean and mean what you say. You got the power always. I said I don't. Pull up the rhythm and the fire. Dong, pull up the rhythm and the fire. Say that dong, pull up the rhythm and the fire. Dong, pull up the rhythm and the fire. Generation. Cause I'm a phenomenon, me prove it, try to know no matter what them I said, them I try them I do it.